Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense, hand in the face, crowd him, anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. On offense, here's Utah. Pass to Collier. Collins outside. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
Up top, Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Clock at 4. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Adebayo. And it's blocked by Collins.
You can't sleep on Collins' long arms when he's defending you. He'll swat you down all day with that long reach.
Utah with the ball. 6-point game. Outside Sexton. Collins left side. And he lays it up and in. Collins has got 6.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Hero. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
Yeah, you know, sometimes all it takes is that first bucket to get a team into a groove.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Burks. Back to Hero. Tries to spin move. Got a piece of it. Markkanen outside. Now Sexton, defended by Burks.
Never bashful about showcasing his athleticism, Sexton can really get up and finish.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Heat trail by 8. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists, so just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Here's Collier. The Heat making their last shot.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Fast break, here we go. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
A minute 37 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Larson. Outside Mitchell. Five on the clock. Adebayo with it. Outside for Mitchell. The 3 is up. The rebound by Markkanen. Jazz leading by 8. Here's Collier. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Adebayo. Outside Robinson. Back to Adebayo. And stolen by Markkanen. Pass to Sexton. From downtown. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Inside. Adebayo, that's good.
And once Bam gets the ball inside, the bucket is almost guaranteed. He's a serious producer in the paint.
Markkanen with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Pass to Kessler. 4-3. Another 3 for Utah.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
For 3, Robinson. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty loud. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Stan, how do you think the Utah Jazz have fared with a relatively young squad?
Well, Brian, I'd say admirably. It's not easy to be the less experienced team figuring things out all the time, but they continue to grow and work and get better.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Hero. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Soft touch on the teardrop. Hero is such an unpredictable player on offense.
And the shot's good.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
So it's Miami now, following the bucket by Utah. Spins. And there's another one for the Heat.
And those jumpers inside the line, I mean, they're layups for a guy like Hero.
On the wing, Sexton. Pass to Markkanen. And here's Collins for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. They get the rebound. For 3, Collier nails it from beyond the arc. Collier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Outside Robinson. Now Hero. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Jovic. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Utah. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
A different look for Miami. Pass to Adebayo. From deep, Mitchell gets the 3 ball to go. Mitchell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Now Markkanen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Coach Lauri Markkanen, it's been an interesting study to watch his game continue to improve every year.
Yeah, it certainly has, Brian. You know, he was a complimentary player for quite a while, and then finally has developed into a primary offensive threat, and he has thrived.
Now here's Adebayo. A minute 15 left in the first half. Back to Burks. Here's Adebayo. Sexton grabs the board.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Well, when he's dialed in like this, Collins can be a serious difference maker on offense. Hopefully he can keep it up.
Knocked away. Pass to Adebayo. Down low. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. And here's Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Whoa! Did you see that? John Collins. A little bit of sauce on that slam.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Left side Love. Over Kessler. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 19-7 run. Kicks it out to Collins. On the wing, Sexton. Back to Collins. Adebayo with the rejection. And so it's Utah ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be back in a moment. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Here's George. Miami making their last shot. Pass to Clarkson. And here's George. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Clarkson. Miami grabs the miss. Back to Hero. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway.
You got to do more than that to stop Hero. He's superb at staying under control.
George drives in, lays it up and banks it in.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
That 3 off target had some space there after the pump fake. Heat trailed by 19. Tries the spin move. And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Give a big hand for your dance team.
Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. The baseline, Jay. And again, it's Miami converting.
Assertive jumper by Adebayo. I mean, he wanted it, so he took it.
A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game, Stan, catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Erik Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Pass to Hero. Three-pointer. And that's off the mark. He's 7 for 10 from the field. Jazz leading by 17. Filipowski for 3. Love grabs the miss. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Here's Hero. 14 points for him. Spins. Adebayo. Scores off the spin. Adebayo's got 8.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
And Hendricks gets it to go.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Now here's Hero. Robinson on the wing. Back to Hero. Shoots over George. Hero, no good. So it's Utah now. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Filipowski. Covered by Love. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Heat trailed by 18. Now here's Robinson. Stripped it away. Here's Sensabaugh. Fires the 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Few big men are as nuanced as Love inside. He just knows how to pick up fouls.
Free throw drops for Love. Well, Stan, since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022, the Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Utah.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And he drops it in from the low post. Collins has got 18 points in the game.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And it's in there.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
And so it's Utah with a commanding 22-point lead. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Jazz leading by 22. Kicks it out to Collins. Puts up a deep 3. Kept alive. Here's Collier. And the layup is good off the glass.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
Hero outside. Pass to Anderson. Clock at 6. There's a screen. Tries the spin move. Hero with the bucket. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. And it's Collins with the ball for the Jazz. To the middle. Here's Kessler. Buries it down low.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Now here's Hero. For 3, Robinson. Collins with the rebound. Back to Kessler. Here's Sexton. On the wing, Sexton. For 3, hits the trifecta.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is...
Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism.